Welcome everyone to the Merciful Metal channel. My name is Thomas and I visited Antwerp, Belgium. Antwerp, Antwerp, Belgium, Antwerp. I hope I say that right. Antwerp. Visited the city for 2 days, and obviously as a record collector, when you visit a foreign city, you check if there are record stores, and boy, were there record stores. Antwerp had a lot of record stores compared to like overall Dutch cities in general. My local city has 4 record stores, which is already more than average. Antwerp, however, had, I would say, between like 10 and 15 record stores, which is a lot for me. I didn't visit them all. I had company on my trip, but I did visit some nice stores, and I'm going to show it to you guys, tell a little bit about them. Also, because my main focus of collecting is heavy metal, I'll tell you if they had like a good section of heavy metal, because not every record store has it. So I hope you guys will enjoy this video about record stores in Antwerp, Belgium.
Over our heads, and I held it back so long that now when we touch, I don't know how you'd say it in words. I don't know any way to be sure, but I'm old enough to know what I feel in the heat of the night. When we touch, when we lose control, the heat of the night.
The first one I visited was War Records. I can tell you right now, there was no heavy metal in there. This shop was mainly focused on more like electronic music, house and trance and whatever. Not a record store for me. There was no like rock section, metal section, whatever. Mostly focused around electronic music. It was a nice store, but you really gotta go in this store if you're looking for that type of music. The next one I visited was Grey Vinyl Treasures. Fantastic record store. It was like this small, cozy, nice record store. You know, the one where the owner is always talking to some customer about music. They did have a little metal section, not a lot, but the stuff they did have was great. There were some real treasures in there, like I saw like an OG EP of Sortilège in there. I saw an OG King Diamond record, an OG Harmony Corruption, also a debut record of Benediction, an OG Nuclear Blast press. So it was not a lot, but there was some really cool stuff in there, little on the expensive side, so I didn't pick anything up there. But you know, not a lot of heavy metal, but they have some treasures in there if that's what you're looking for. Next up is the Record Collector, and also really nice record store. They had a lot of stuff like jazz and soul and blues and just pop music in there, and not really a lot of hard rock, heavy metal. I believe they had one bin in there, but you know, like again, the average stuff you would find in an old record store, you know, world music and jazz and whatever. Didn't find anything here, but it was a fun record store to visit. It was close to the big city square, which looked really nice. There was some kind of Christmas fair still going on. You know, they usually keep that a few days, and it was still there, so that was fun to see. Very nice part of the city. The next record store we visited was Tune Up, and this was my favorite so far visiting. It was they had a lot of stuff in there and a lot of jazz. They had a lot of jazz. Also a tiny bit of heavy metal, 2 like bins on the floor, and it was a nice record store to just walk through and look at things. They even served coffee there, which was nice people there. I did find my first record in here, which I'll show at the end of the video what I found on this trip. So I really enjoyed this record store, really worth visiting if you are in the city. Next up, I visited, which was kind of more of a warehouse sort of thing inside a mall, where they had like also stuff like DVDs, CDs, electronics like headphones and whatever. So it was more of a general warehouse thing where they also sold a lot of vinyl, but this was mostly more mainstream records, more mainstream artists. They did have some heavy metal here and there, but mostly like newer releases and stuff like that. This was, you know, the more mainstream stuff you would come across. It was still a really nice store because, like I said, they had a lot in there, not just music, but a lot. Yeah, if you're looking for new releases, pop music, mainstream music, indie music, then this really, you gotta visit this store. But yeah, it's mostly focused on that. There's no secondhand, there's no old stuff. And last but certainly not least, like I visited a couple of record stores, not all of them, and this was the last one I visited, and this was by far, for me, the best record store in the whole city, mainly because their whole focus was rock and metal, nothing else. This was a record store specifically for rock and metal music, and I can tell you guys, fantastic store. Fantastic store, really. They had so much cool stuff laying around, so much good records, so much good albums there. This really is the place to be if you go to Antwerp for a metalhead. Highly recommend you visit it there. Also, nice guys there. I picked up 2 CDs here, which I will show in a second. Yeah, just nice people there. Really, just the atmosphere of an all rock and metal store. It just really so cool. They also told me that if I want to buy more, they have like an online store. They have even more than they have in the store itself. So you could look online on their website, and they even said that within Europe, shipping over 40 euros is free, which is such an incredible service for me living in Europe. Fantastic, very good store. Highly recommend it if you visit the city and you're looking for metal. This is the place to be, definitely. So those were like the handful of record stores that I did visit. I hope it looked nice to you guys. There were, again, like I said, many more stores that I could have visited, but I wasn't alone on the trip, so, you know. Now here is the stuff that I did buy. I didn't buy a lot, but the stuff that I did buy, I was very happy with. First one that I picked up at Tune Up, the record store. This is Black Lace. This is a US band. This is their second record, Get It While It's Hot. There you go, female fronted band on Mausoleum. Fun fact that Mausoleum, the head office of the Mausoleum label, is or was in Antwerp. Black Lace, this is such fun heavy metal. Sometimes it goes to just straightforward fun metal songs to more of that US power metal kind of sound. And as you can see, the reason I picked it up is, well, first of all, it's a fun record. I didn't have it yet, but also it is still sealed shut. I haven't opened it yet, but yeah, it's still a perfectly sealed copy, which is fucking fantastic to me. And it's a fantastic album, great band, not expensive at all. If you come across their records, just pick it up. They're not expensive at all. Fun heavy metal. This was the first record that I picked up. And next up, like I said, at the Rocking Bull, I picked up 2 more CDs. I know it's not a lot, but you know, money. First CD, This is Toranaga Bastard Ballads, and I gotta thank Mark G with a C for introducing me to this album. He talks good about this record or this album, so I checked it out. Really enjoyed it, and I could never find like a copy of this around me somewhere. Even vinyl records online couldn't really find it, so I was very pleased to have found a CD copy of this album. I believe it's a bootleg, not an original, but yeah, very nice album, great one. And the second CD I picked up was Sodom in the Sign of Evil. I believe also a CD bootleg, but who the fuck cares? It wasn't expensive. I have been looking for this album for fucking ages. I had the chance to pick up an original vinyl copy at my local record store a few years ago. Didn't pick it up, regret it ever since. And it has gone up in price like crazy. Yeah, I'm still really on the hunt for an OG on vinyl, but in the meantime, I'm very, very pleased with a CD copy of this album. Fantastic. You know, this album does not need an introduction. Sodom in the Sign of Evil, fantastic. So yeah, really nice pickups. These were from the Rocking Bull. They had so much CDs there. I could have gone home with like 20 CDs. I kid you not, but again, money. So I picked up these two CDs. Very happy to finally have these two in the collection, as well as a perfectly sealed copy of Black Lace. Very nice. Yeah, I'm going to open it after this video, or on camera if you guys really want that, opening up a sealed copy. Let me know. So my trip overall, it was very fun. It was a beautiful city, a nice city to shop, a nice city to record shop. If you ever want to visit a city with tons of record stores, then Antwerp is really recommended. Beautiful city, nice people, nice food. I hope you guys enjoyed this little video of my little vacation to Belgium. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you have a good day, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Bye.